Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I'm going to do something a little bit different in this video. I haven't done a spreadsheet where I talk about any numbers in quite a while. In fact, when I first started this channel, I had done a couple of things like that, and people really liked it. But there's the question that I get from the time I started this channel. The question that I get more than any question of all the things people ask me or say is, how much XRP do I need? And so I put together a spreadsheet that shows you very clearly, based on, nobody knows where the ultimate price will go. I have my opinion, and I'll tell you my opinion. But I'm going to give you a spreadsheet that spells it out, shows you exactly what price you would need to. In this case, I said, okay, well, if you want to. Let's say you become you want to become a millionaire. Here's what you would need, and it's right there in front of you. So I decided to put that together. Things are kind of slow this week, as far as not too slow. There's all kinds of good news popping up, but the market itself just seems kind of stagnant right now, and so I thought it'd be a good time to show you something like that. First, I wanted to show you this. This is from ICE Data Services. I showed you this the other day, that they were going to include what they called Ripple in their cryptocurrency data feed, but they gave a more comprehensive list. They're still calling it Ripple instead of XRP, but they gave it a more comprehensive list of all the digital assets that they're going to include in their feed. Here is Ripple. We need to talk to them about changing that to XRP, and there's already people in here that have asked them that question. But anyway, the ICE data feed, remember, ICE is the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, and so this is going to be the accepted feed of information on digital assets that goes to all sorts of institutions and companies in finance. Next, from Leonidas at Leo, HADJILOIZOU, give him a follow. This guy, he's showing us the addition of XRP to it's at least 1 to 3 exchanges a week, it seems like. There was one yesterday, I think. Today's another. Finance X exchange lists XRP with those pairs. So yet another. When this next bull run happens, and it will happen, we have so many more places that are on and exit ramps into this system. It is going there. It physically is in the next bull run. It's almost physically impossible for it not to dwarf the last bull run. There are so many more people that will have access in this next bull run. I am as excited as I've ever been, because you see it every day. We're literally adding 1 to 3 or 4 exchanges a week, it seems like. Just the ones that I'm being made aware of. Okay, next I want to show you some adoption here. This is from King Solomon at XRP_owl. He sent me this commercial from CoinDeal. Go to YouTube and you can go to CoinDeal's YouTube channel, and it's a soccer or football, as they call it in Europe. It's a football commercial for CoinDeal. And I was watching the commercial, and there's one thing, and I'm talking to all you Europeans right now. I have watched these soccer, soccer's not as popular in the United States, but let me tell you what, I've watched a lot of on TV, and I've watched the the games that go on, football games that go on over there in Europe, and there is no sport that has a more ferocious fan base than football in Europe. I've never seen anything like it. And one of the things that I plan to do when I am finally able to get up and do some traveling, probably on the next bull run, and do a lot more traveling and seeing things. Once that happens, I want to go to a football game in Europe, like one of the big deal. I don't know what the biggest football game in Europe is, but I'd like to go. I guess it would be somebody like Manchester versus whoever their rival is. I've seen some of these names and I would also like to go to a rugby game, which looks brutal, but those guys have to be the toughest of the tough. But I'd like to go to a rugby game over there as well. But you better believe I'm headed to. I love London. I think it's one of the coolest places on earth. I love the history there. The history that Europe has that the United States does not have is really amazing to go and see. But anyway, moving along. That's my little spiel on football in Europe. But go watch this commercial. It's Coin Deal. Okay, next. From XRP Research Center at XRP Center. Chief Financial Officer at Binance says that Binance Jersey will offer XRP soon. This means that Binance Jersey will eventually offer British pounds, euro on-ramps for XRP. And he's referring to a tweet here. This is the COO of Binance, where somebody, Justine, asks when XRP, and he says soon. So that's more progress. Binance is like a really good friend to us. Then Tian Fury. Now, every time, I've told you before, every time I see the last name Fury, I think that's how you pronounce that. But anyway, give a shout out at FOURIETIAAN. Every time I see that name, it reminds me of that giant guy. I think he's Irish, and his name is Tyson Fury. He's a boxer, and he's like just a really tough guy, and his parents raised him as a boxer, and I think I saw a thing on maybe HBS Sports or something that he was a gypsy, or his family are gypsies, and they grew up fighting to settle problems. But this guy's like a tough guy. Calls himself Tyson Fury. He was literally named after Mike Tyson. This family's so tough. But that's what I think of every time I see that name. It says liquidity. And this is from Coinfield, a tweet from Coinfield. They've officially listed on Ripple.com. They've been officially listed on Ripple.com as one of the main platforms to buy XRP in various fiat and 20 plus XRP based trading pairs available in 100 countries. What's next, XRP Army? Now, Coinfield, I'm a big fan. In fact, I want to say that I've emailed back and forth with them at some point. But these are good guys in this crypto business, from what I can tell. So anyway, they've got all these base pairs. This is Tian Fury really does put together a good thread. XRP is a base currency to the following 18 digital assets: 1 stable coin, 6 fiat currencies. Cool. I believe Coinfield is going to be one of the bigger players in this whole space, folks. Okay, got this. This is just a guy. I don't even know who that is, but this was an interesting tweet I saw. We've talked about how the Venezuelan bolivars, their currency over there has become worthless because of printing, which is what all the governments of the world have done. This guy says the cost of a cup of coffee in Venezuelan bolivars from August 2018, 25, and then now 2,800. This, my friends, is called hyperinflation. He says this is why we buy Bitcoin. And he's right. This is why Bitcoin is here. This is why XRP is here. Even if they don't talk about it, this is why digital assets are here. They are here because they are designed to be a certain amount that cannot be increased. And for that reason, the world will pile in. It's just a matter of time. The world will pile in. Watch. And I'm going to give you another reason here. Look at this one. This is from Eric Voorhees. Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. It's permitted only because the federal government runs it. Now, we don't hear Nouriel Roubini talk about this, but think about this. Social Security, if you really want to sum it up, and I know that a lot of people in the United States, especially older people, are scared about this topic and they don't even like to hear these kind of things. I get it. My father is one of the people, I mean, my parents are old enough to either be receiving or start receiving Social Security. And so, but here's the problem. Social Security was created as a government program. When it was created, the whole concept was, I mean, let's face it, the concept was, or is, we're the government, we can save your money for you better than you can. I mean, that's the bottom line. And so that program was created with the idea being that they're not going to touch it, but that's not how the government operates. Eventually, they stuck their hand in the kitty and started stealing your Social Security, and now it's almost bankrupt. And that's what this is. At current funding and spending levels, Social Security will be depleted in the coming decades. More and more millennials are convinced they won't collect a cent. Exactly, folks. They won't collect a cent. Well, and this income blockchain, and this is from Sean Michael at Michaels_Mr. He sent this to me. Republican leader Kevin McCarthy has called for an exploration to see if blockchain can make the U.S. government more efficient and transparent. You think? Well, I think that even Kevin McCarthy is going to get in there and he's going to find it out. It might be a little too transparent even for him and his government buddies, because it is the real deal transparent, and the transparency of blockchain is its financial honesty. They won't be able to steal our money anymore. They won't be able to print our money so that our savings are worthless. They won't be able to do this to us anymore because of digital assets. And this guy's about to look into what financial honesty really looks like. It might, I don't know how, but who knows? Maybe this is the answer to fixing Social Security's digital assets. I don't know. That's not my field, but you cannot create a system where the government's going to save money for us, and then they spend the money while they're supposed to be saving, and then act like they're looking out for us. They're not looking out for us. Digital assets prevents them from stealing your money, and that's the dirty little secret here. Okay, and finally from Mr. B at XRP Mister. There's been a lot of controversy over the last year or so over Tether, and there's been many people that have questioned whether Tether really was pegged to the US dollar. Well, this is from CoinDesk. Tether has updated the terms on its website, saying its dollar-pegged USDT stablecoin may not be backed 100% by fiat reserves. Uh-oh. That right there is a disaster waiting to happen for Tether. Wouldn't want to be holding any of that. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I worked on for you, and I'm going to post this on Twitter if you want a copy of it, just so you have it to look at. This is Ripple's. This is an article. Ripple XRP hits an all-time high. I just wanted to show you this, and there are probably different figures you could see out there. But this is what this particular article said was the all-time high of XRP. So I'm going to go with this figure. This is just one that I found. And this is for all of you who ask me, how much XRP do I need? This is a spreadsheet I put together. How many XRP to be a millionaire? This is the millionaire column. This is how much XRP you hold. Let's say you hold 500. You need the price of XRP to get to 2,000. Let's say you hold 20,000 XRP, which is the Vincent Wilson. For those of you that don't know what this means, a few months back, maybe 6-7 months back, someone started going into the comment section of a lot of XRP YouTubers, and it was Vincent. The name was Vincent Wilson, and he would say something to the effect of 20,000 XRP will be life-changing in the next year, or something like that. And so 20,000, it became a meme, I guess you would call it. So anyway, there was actually DM Logic actually did a song about Vincent Wilson. You can go and see it. 20,000 XRP, you would need that to get to $50 to be a millionaire. Let's use 50,000 XRP. You'd need it to get to to become a millionaire. These are just some figures. I would just reading between the lines, most of the people that I see on Twitter and on YouTube and have heard from, I would say that your average person has somewhere that is in the XRP community. I would say they have somewhere between 5 and 50, or maybe 5 and 30, if I had to guess. Maybe I don't think there's too many people that have many more than 50. I mean, I don't think that's very common at all. But anyway, and then I also added a column, what at the all-time high, what your XRP holdings would be worth if you held these different amounts. Now, I personally, in terms of these figures, I think that we're going to blow through the all-time high on the next bull run. I think that that will be a good ways in our rearview mirror. That's me personally what I think. I believe that I personally believe that a price of $10 to $20 on the next bull run is doable. But again, nobody can tell you that in stone. But I've been through several of these bull runs, folks, and what I will tell you for 100% fact is I have never, not in one bull run that I've been through, not one time have the time from the bull run and then through a bear run to the next bull run, I have never seen even not anywhere close, not anywhere in the atmosphere of progress than what we've had from the last bull run to today. Not even close. Not even close in terms of adoption, and close in terms of deals that Ripple has made, in terms of being live with actual products, in terms of exchanges that XRP has been added to, in terms of the digital asset space maturity overall, the new exchanges popping up and the different things going on and the deals being made and the regulatory progress being made from governments around the world. We haven't even been close. I'm talking about not even close to where we are. And so, yes, I'm extremely confident in telling you that we're going to blow past that all-time high. And I'm confident in saying that I believe that it's going to be somewhere I believe that it won't be any big deal at all for us to go anywhere from $5 to $20 in the next bull run. I'm very confident in saying that. And I'm saying it only because of where the space and where Ripple and XRP have come from where they were when they got to 331. I mean, it's unbelievable where we are versus then. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that the digital asset investor has never been more optimistic than I am today. Thank you for listening.